Herbert Dennard, Herbert Dennard Show. It's the Herbert Dennard Show.
Good day and welcome to the Herbert Dennard Show. We have with us some very, very special guests. Sister Teresa, welcome to the program.
It's great to be with you today.
And Sharon McElhaney.
Right, Sharon McElhaney.
McElhaney. You know,
Yes.
I mess it up every time.
That's okay.
But we're glad to have you here.
Thank you.
You're here, you're part of I call it the ministry called Daybreak. It's an organization, but tell us about what exactly is Daybreak.
Okay, so Daybreak is one of 6 sites of DePaul, USA, and it's there to reach out to our brothers and sisters who are homeless. About 5 years ago, people from different churches in downtown Macon were saying, what can we do? How can we respond? You know, we all do that. You drive by someone with a sign and you think, oh, what is the best way to respond? And they were saying that. And they looked at what wasn't being provided in Macon, and what wasn't was that day shelter. You know, you had the Salvation Army, then you had Mulberry Church doing lunches. And so Daybreak was formed to fill in the gaps of what wasn't started. So we really are a resource to help people hold them up in that dire need, but also to try to help them get back on their feet. So we try to fish, give them fish, and teach them to fish.
And teaching to fish. And you're a volunteer there.
Yes.
What do you do?
Well, right now I'm working on a book for Daybreak, for their benefit, and to educate the community about Daybreak. But before I started working on this book, I volunteered as the cafe worker and with a writing group.
Okay, inside of Daybreak, there you serve them food. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm. So like if you look at the typical day, our morning crew gets there at 6:30 in the morning, and that's staff and volunteers will get there. And they get prepared to open up at 7:30. When I drive up at 6:30, there is already a line of people waiting to be the first in line to get a shower, to get their clothes washed. You know, when you think of the basic necessities, so they'll come, they'll be able to have breakfast, a continental breakfast, have a shower, wash their clothes. They also have kind of set up like a coffee room, a place where they can sit and relax. A lot of them will sleep in there because they're up all night. It's not safe sometimes to be up, so they come in a place where it's safe to sleep. We also have a computer lab where hopefully they're doing job searches, but they also can check their emails and stuff. And one of my favorites is the phone. We have a phone there. So Herbert, God forbid, if you were homeless and trying to provide a job, you wouldn't want to tell your future employer that. So we give you a phone number, and you can say, and when they call there, it says, "This is Herbert, I'm away from the phone right now, please leave a message." We have a medical clinic, because sometimes one of the reasons that you're uninsured, you're homeless, is because of your medical issues. And then we have 2 case managers that kind of help you look for a job, look for housing, try to provide you with resources. And then we have different volunteers come in. We have Bill Adams and Robin come in and do legal services on Thursday morning. We have a chiropractor. We have different people that can come in and provide resources for you.
And the people that's coming in are all volunteers?
We have 7 staff, and we have about 120 volunteers, and I could use 20 to 40 more. So when God provides us with a volunteer, we help develop that service.
And in the cafe, you serve them food how do you do that?
Well, they get in line, and we have a long bar, and we have the coffee set up. They walk through, get the coffee, then they might go by and get some pastries, and then they may go by and get a boiled egg or some milk or juice or whatever we have that day. And then they will go and find the seat. So people just walk by and we serve them.
Give them something to help them along the way. some food or something.
We do. We give them food. We give them a smile. We know their names many times. We talk to them. We ask them how they're doing, and they are glad to have that conversation with someone who respects them and shows them that they're important.
Okay, and you've been doing this for 2.5 years,
Yes,
a volunteer,
yes.
and you know a lot of them by name.
I do. I've met them, and we have worked together in the writing group. I've recruited them. I've shared my life stories with them and gained their trust enough for them to share their life stories with me. And I compiled a group of 23 stories from them and did a project for Mercer when I was a student there. Also, and being a member of the writing group, we get to know them. We talk, we counsel them, just unofficially, but they may tell us their problems. We listen, we're a listening ear, and we teach them grammar, how to write, and we read their poetry. And we decided to compile all of the stories and the poems into a journal of creative writing, the same way we did at Mercer when I was a student there. And so that is how we came up with the idea of publishing a book.
So a book is coming out soon.
Yes, that's true.
I look forward to it. The name of it is?
Daybreak, Creating Community.
Okay. Back to you, Sister Teresa. You have, how many people you think are homeless in Macon that's living on the streets?
On any given night, they estimate about 200 people in Macon are homeless.
And why are they homeless? I know you're not
They
a
come
psychologist,
from,
but why do you think they're homeless?
You know, a lot of people will tell you drugs and alcohol, and that's a big thing. But also sometimes mental health issues. People don't have the capacity to pay their rent, to pay their electricity, so the different mental health issues get involved. Sometimes a medical issue. You know, you're coming along just fine, and then medical bills come up. First thing to go is the house. The next thing to go is the car. Sometimes it's, a divorce. You're doing fine with 2 incomes, but you try to do 1 income, and it just doesn't work. And so sometimes it's people, that they just get out of jail. They're ready to come out and they're ready to do better, but no one will hire you. They have no place to stay. And that's when we're critical, because we want to support them so that they can make good decisions and not end up back where they were. Sometimes you're doing fine and you lose your job. If you've been living from paycheck to paycheck, you lose 1 job and it's gone. So it really does vary from person to person. Last week, a woman came by to see me, and I didn't know her. She was one of our first participants at Daybreak 5 years ago, Gloria. And she said, I needed to come by and just tell you where I am. She was a single mom, and her son had some mental health issues. And they were doing good, but then he had some episodes, and another episode, and then the health bills were building up. Mm-hmm. So the house went, but they were in their car. Well, it's hard to get stable when you're living in a car. And then the car went, and she was having medical issues. And that's when she happened to find the Salvation Army and us. We had her staying overnight at the Salvation Army and coming to Daybreak during the day. At Daybreak, we were able to connect her son to River's Edge, and he got the help he needed. At Daybreak, she would come, and we had a medical clinic, and we were able to get her the medical attention she needed so she could get back to work and to job. And now you fast forward 4 years, she came back and she said, I have a job, I have a house, I have finished college, and now my son has a job.
Super.
Mm-hmm.
And so there was a lot of tiny steps. And when you see them at first, you think, oh, this is just a baby step they're taking, you'll never get to where she is. But she's one of our success. I'd like to say all our stories are success like that. They're not. But
It's a tough thing. The person is he loses his job. They live with the family for a while. Sometimes the family get tired of them, and they put them out, and then they're on the streets. And so when they're homeless like that, they come to Daybreak. They can take a shower there, I understand. And you provide the soap, the washcloths, and all that.
I'd like to say we provide it, but the truth is the churches all over Macon, they collect donations for us, and they provide almost everything we use. They provide soap, they provide the bounce, they provide the food that we serve, they provide the toothpaste and the shampoo and the soap. So yeah, we provide all that for them. But it's through the abundance of the Macon community, not just the churches, but all over. People will drop things by. The other day, I came in for the morning, and we were serving breakfast, and all of a sudden, the sugar was low, and I'm like, oh. I'm like, oh, I'll go get some. They're like, no, we have enough. We have enough to get by breakfast. You'll need it for lunch. I'm like, okay, let's get by breakfast. And sure enough, at noon, someone walked in with 3 5-pound bags of sugar. And so it's like somehow it comes in. But yeah, it is provided through the gift of the community. And that's what I love about Daybreak is it's all the churches and the Mercers and the schools, different people in the community. Volunteer, make a difference.
Sharon, I'd like for you to read the list of churches that support Daybreak, either by volunteering or giving financial contributions.
Okay. Beulah Land Bible Church, Centenary Communities Ministries, Christ Episcopal Church, Congregation Sha'arei Israel, First Baptist Church, First Presbyterian Church, High Street Unitarian Universalist Church, Mulberry United Methodist Church, St. Francis Episcopal Church, St. Joseph Catholic Church, St. Peter Claver Church, St. Vincent de Paul, Temple Beth Israel, Bellevue Baptist, Bethel AME, Bloomfield Baptist Church, Byron City Church, Ebenezer Baptist Church, First Baptist Church of Christ in Forsyth, Friendship Missionary Baptist Church, Grant Chapel Baptist Church, Greater Little Rock Baptist Church, Highland Hill Baptist Church, Holy Cross Greek Orthodox Church, Ingleside Baptist Church, Lawrence Drive Baptist Church, and we have Liberty United Methodist Church, Lizzie Chapel, Martha Bowen United Methodist Church, New and Living Way, Warner Robins, Pentecostal Temple, Redeeming Hope Center of Awakening Fire Ministries, Riverside United Methodist Church, St. Patrick Catholic Church, St. James Baptist in Forsyth, St. Luke Baptist Church, Vineville United Methodist.
That's a pretty good list of ministers.
Yes, it is.
But you need more. Some of those give you financial contributions or donations, and some of them volunteer.
Right, so yeah, so when Daybreak was first starting, because the churches wanted to do it together, and they didn't want like everybody doing lunch and everybody, because how do you make sure that
you don't want to duplicate services.
Exactly. And so they said that financially they would help support us. So we do have churches that every month send us send us a check, and it's just that's what sustains Daybreak. And then we have churches that have collections in the back of their churches, and people drop off, and then they'll come and they'll bring it. We'll have, I went to St. James Baptist Church the other day. I've been visiting the churches. I'd love to come visit any church, for that matter. I went to St. James Baptist, and I was able to talk to their congregation. They're a small church in Forsyth, and then they did a little collection. So whether it's a regular contribution or the widow's mite, it all adds up. And then we have sometimes we'll get just in the mail just a pay order every $20. This one lady sends us $20 every month. So it comes in that way. But then the churches will have collections, and they'll bring new goods. The other day we have one lady for birthdays. At once a month we have a birthday party, and makes
brings
a
a cake?
sheet cake. She makes a homemade sheet cake for the birthday. We had two ladies.
You need to
doing it.
invite me about on that.
You,
day.
you might, okay. You're there for the birthday. So, but we have two ladies at alternate. One just moved, so we're going to wait till another person volunteers to do that and fill in every other month for that. But you know, people surface, and then the beauty is that when you're volunteering, we have our church members are volunteering. We also have some of our participants who are volunteers, and then we have our staff. What I like to say, if I walked you in, and we walked through, and you didn't know which of the volunteers were participants or which of them were the church members or the staff, did you?
No, I didn't.
And that's what I like, is that we all come together as community.
You know, you were telling me something. Let me just briefly go over this. Person that's homeless,
Yeah.
they could go to Daybreak, take a shower, soap is provided, washcloths are provided, toothbrushes, shave, they can do all of that. And some of them leave there and go to work. And then some of them just shower from time to time so they feel better and don't feel bad with dirt and
In Macon heat, you don't want to go without a shower.
right. And so they come in, they take a shower. They come in and get a cup of coffee and a little something to eat. And then they're on their way. No judging them. You don't judge them on any things like that.
No.
And then they move on. And you was telling me a story about a young lady that was trying to get into Daybreak before it opened. Could you tell that story?
So we start off at 6:30 getting ready, but we don't open till 7:30. And so I came in and then all of a sudden this lady said, I need to get in. I said, we don't open till 7:30. She said, yeah, but my clothes are still in the dryer and I didn't get back to get them yesterday. And my daughter needs her clothes for school. And I'm like, okay. So I said, I got the clothes out. And then she said, well, could my daughter just change? And I said, sure, come on in. Now, you know, they had spent the night at Salvation Army in the shelter. And then all of a sudden I saw her daughter come out of the bathroom. And she must have been maybe in 7th or 8th grade, maybe a freshman in high school. But she had the ROTC, so she must have been in high school, ROTC uniform on. And she looked like $1,000. And she walked out of there and she walked into her school as if she came out of the fanciest house in Macon. And there's that something, nobody wants someone to say, oh, yeah, there's her. Ugh. You know, people want to be presentable, and it made all the difference that she may not have had a house, but she had her dignity that morning.
Two things I want to cover briefly. One is some people live down by the river, down by the Old Nugget. They have tents down there. They have houses down there. It's at least 4 or 5 down there. Might be more.
Oh, there's more. You would be surprised how many.
And some of them have the kind of rubber mattresses that you blow up. They sleep on them there. I know they left during the flood. Sometimes couples are there. I don't know if they're married or whatever their circumstances are, but they're there. When I walk down by the river, sometimes I see them leaving, going to Daybreak to get them something to eat, and perhaps to their job. One person was out and worked everywhere, and she was living down there with, I guess, a friend, and in the morning she would get up and get in her car, go to Daybreak and shower and go to work. And you guys provide a tremendous service. And what I want to know is, where are you located at again? Give us the street address.
Okay, it's 174 Walnut Street. So if you get to Central City Park, we're almost kind of across the street from there. 174 Walnut Street here in Macon.
Okay. You need volunteers, you need money, you need donations. And I really appeal to the churches. If your name was not on that list, you should give something. It might not be a lot, but you could give something. Go ahead. Tell us where you live and what you need.
Yeah, that's wonderful. So a couple ways that you can do it. One is your sweat equity. Come volunteer. When we can arrange it for a time, we're open at 7:30 in the morning till 4 p.m. in the afternoon. So we'd love to see you, and we will train you. And we have volunteers that help serve in the cafe. We have volunteers that help with the showers. We have volunteer. Laundry was never as much fun as it is at Daybreak. We have help with the laundry and help with the technology room. We have volunteers that come and just visit with the participants or do arts and crafts with them. That's one. The two, you think of what you need. A shower, everything you need for your shower, our participants need. Laundry, everything you need for laundry, we need those supplies. And then for continental breakfast or a snack, we need those things. So those, and then sometimes we need just the things to get by. You guys brought us down some trash bags.
Yeah.
You know, you got to have trash bags in life to get by. So some of those cleaning supplies.
I must tell a story. I'm walking down by the river. I was walking. We had Benny Lester and we had Paul.
Yep.
Walking, and Paul Dean.
Uh-huh.
And we run into you. We ran into you. You was walking.
Uh-huh.
We had to speed up to keep up with you. You was going so fast, like a speed demon. And you was telling us what you needed and all those kind of things. And the next day, Benny Lester and Paul Dean bought you some trash cans, and I brought you some trash bags.
Right, and some coffee and some laundry detergent.
Right. We could do a lot, and there's a lot of people out there that could do the same thing.
Yeah.
Appreciate you stopping by.
Yeah, and then the other thing is, you know, to help support some of our things, you know, right now, Subaru from November 16th to January 4th, if you're going to get a car from Subaru, they will donate $250 to us. J. Christopher's, if you buy pumpkin pancakes or pumpkin latte, will give us $1, and for everyone, that adds up. And we have our sleep out, 222, February 22nd. We have a fundraiser where you sleep out with us, and we raise money for the poor. So check it out on our webpage, in our Facebook page.
Tell us your webpage.
So we're part of DePaul USA. So our webpage is on DePaul USA, and I should know that off the top of my head, but it's on our Facebook is Daybreak at DePaulUSA.org. Daybreak at DePaulUSA.org. And if you want to learn about the sleep out, it's at MaconSleepout.com. MaconSleepout.com. It's a great event, and we'd love to see all of you guys down there.
Appreciate the two of you stopping by.
Thank you for having
Thank
me.
you so much, and I'll see you walking.
Yes, and we'll be right back. Good day and welcome back to the Herbert Dennard Show. We have with us Minister Marvella Ivy. Welcome.
Good afternoon, Mr. Dennard. Good to see you again.
Maybe I shouldn't call you minister. I should call you Pastor Marvella Ivy. Because
Yes,
you
sir.
pastor Jones Tabernacle
Yes,
CME
sir.
Church.
Yes, sir.
And I think this is the second time around for you.
Yes, sir.
Tell us about your ministry in the church.
The church will soon be celebrating the 102nd church anniversary on Sunday, November 19th at 3 p.m. at St. Paul AME Church. Pastor Michael Ephraim Sr. will be the speaker. On Sunday, October 15th at 3 p.m., Bishop Kenneth W. Carter, our presiding prelate of the 6th Episcopal District, will be speaking. And on Sunday, October 29th at 3 p.m., the Bethel CME Church will be our guest. And Dr. Bruce W. Burns Sr. will be our guest preacher. The 15th and the 29th will be our Tabernacle Worship Experience. And church anniversary will be the third Sunday in November. We have adopted Bert L. Hunt Elementary, and we've been donating to different charity causes throughout the community.
So the church is moving.
Yes, sir.
Lots going on there.
Yes, sir.
You bringing in the AME Church
Yes. Yeah.
to run a revival, you say?
Church anniversary.
Church anniversary.
On Sunday, November 19th, we'll be celebrating our 102nd church anniversary. The church has been in existence for 102 years.
I didn't know they had been there that long.
We are outgrowth of Hosi Temple, CME. The reason they started a CME church in East Macon is so that It started off as a Sunday school. They didn't want to have to travel that far into town, so they started one in East Macon.
And you're located where? On Cowan Street?
784 Cowan Street
On the corner of Cowan and
in
Menard.
Maynard. Yes.
Across from the New
New
Pleasant,
Pleasant
Grove
Grove,
Baptist Church.
your church. Yes, sir.
That's right.
We're neighbors.
That's right.
So you have to come across the street one of those Sundays, which I know you'll be with us October the 8th. But yeah.
Well, that is super.
Yes.
What do you preach how often there?
Every Sunday,
Every Sunday you have church service. What time?
11 a.m.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
And you got a revival coming up.
We have 2 tabernacle worship experiences on October 15th.
That's the way you call it.
That's
I
what it
said
is.
revival, and you said worship experiences.
Yeah, I mean, I hope you get revived at Tabernacle Worship Experience. And I hope you get revived at the church anniversary on November 19th. So you should get revived every time you worship.
Right.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Who was pastor before you?
Jairus Sanford.
I guess I'm trying to put together, because a lot of the CME and AME churches change pastors every so often.
Sometimes.
And sometimes they keep them for a long time.
Yes, sir. I know in my dad's hometown in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, the pastor there stayed there about 40 years at Bailey Tabernacle CME in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. And there have been some churches right here in Macon at Little Rogers. The pastor's been there for maybe a couple of decades, maybe. He's been there a long time.
The pastor that I really loved was down in Savannah, Dr. Delaney.
Dr. Henry Delaney.
And he was there how long?
He was there maybe 20 years, I think. I can't remember.
He was there a long time.
He was there a very, very long time. So it was a transition when he retired, and then a few years after he retired, then he passed away.
Right, that was he was a big man, but he was at the same church for a long, long time.
He was.
And he had one of the largest churches in the state.
In the CME church, in the Connection.
Right.
And it's still growing under Pastor DeAndre Thurman.
How is he carrying on in comparison
He's
to
doing
Delaney?
great. Doing great.
He didn't lose a lot of members?
No. Mm-mm. The church is doing well.
The church is doing well.
Yes, sir.
Can I predict that sometime in the near future, Jones Tabernacle going to be doing something?
Yes.
I mean, big.
Yes. 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 Yes.
And
That's a good word to speak over the church.
to speak over the church. Okay.
Our words are powerful. There's power in the spoken word.
Well, I'm glad you stopped by. I just wanted to let people know that you're pastoring
Yes, sir.
and back at Jones Tabernacle.
Yes,
and
sir.
if they want to come to hear you, they can come on Sunday at
11 a.m.
11 a.m.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
We'll be right there on the corner. The small church with a very big heart.
I appreciate you.
I appreciate you too.
And we'll be right back. Good day and welcome back to the Herbert Dennard Show. We have with us Dot Ridley. Welcome.
Thank you.
You, let me just talk a little about you first for a minute. You worked at Brown and Williamson for a lot of years.
Yeah, for 23 years.
That's a ton of years.
Yeah.
And then you opened a business.
Yeah, I decided to follow my dream, and I always wanted to have a boutique, a dress shop. So I left early to go in business for myself. One of the best decisions I ever made.
And you got, what's the name of your shop?
Dot's Forget Me Nots.
Dot's Forget Me Nots.
623 Cherry Street.
But you was closed for, 6 months?
I was closed about 8 months for major renovations.
Major, I mean, the place is fabulous now.
Yeah, it has come a long way, but
I mean,
it was
it looks
time.
extraordinary down on Cherry Street.
Yes.
across from SunTrust Bank.
Yeah, directly across from SunTrust.
Right, and you got all kind of fashions, and without me asking you, I know the outfit you have on, the blouse or the jacket. I don't know, what do you call it?
Yeah, it's just a jacket, a coat.
That comes
Sure.
from Dot's Forget-Me-Nots.
Everything I wear comes from Dot's Forget-Me-Nots. No doubt about it.
No doubt about it. How do you pick the clothes out that you're going to bring back?
Well, I have a good eye for shopping and dressing, so I always fly to LA, New York, Las Vegas when they had the different shows and select. And normally I have someone to go with me too. And we go out and select what we want to bring back and what we want people to wear in Macon, Georgia.
What a lot of people don't know is that years ago I was in business. I sold women's clothes and men's clothes. And I used to go up to the merchandise mart in Atlanta
Okay.
and used to buy things. And the thing that my wife and I found very difficult, you walk in there and they have all of these clothes.
That's right.
I mean, they just have clothes everywhere, new styles when new seasons come in.
That's
they have
right.
all kind of beautiful clothes. And you're supposed to pick something out that the people in Macon, Georgia would like. How do you do that?
Well, a lot of times, see, I've been in business 15 years, so now I have my customers that I pretty well know, and so I can just about know what they would like after you get to know your customers, and then you have other things that other people come in and like, because we always try to have unique pieces, something they're not going to see when they go to Macy's or the mall or wherever. We try to have one of a kind. And something that people want to look good, and we want them to look good. You know, we give them personal attention that you can't get in a department store. So we try to select pieces that we want people that I know people would enjoy wearing. And we have accessories too, a lot of jewelry and other scarves or whatever.
Now, fall is out now.
Yeah, we have a lot of fall arrivals.
Is it something new for this fall that they got some of the basic things, or is it, what do you have?
Yeah, they have a lot of new fall pieces that's out now. And a lot of time, you know, you don't have to get a whole outfit. Sometimes you can just get a jacket or some accessories to go with what you already have. And we help you do that when you come in the Dots. And we select things for the fall, and we go to the show for the spring, so we keep up with the various styles.
So every season, before the season change, you're in New York, Las Vegas.
Like if you go in August, you know, you're doing it for the spring. You be doing it off season. Like you go in the spring, you're doing it for winter. So you have a jump on it.
But the amazing thing, and I know you can do it. If anybody can do it, you could do it.
That's right.
That you look at all of those beautiful clothes, all of those different clothes, all kinds of things, and you decide what your customers would like here and make it.
That's right. They can't travel with me, but I know them pretty well. So I always, you know, try to get something I know what they would like. And sometimes some of them say, you're going to the show, now look for me this or that. I'm looking for this color. I need a nice red dress. I need a nice blue suit, you know. Mm-hmm. So I know the sizes and I know them, so I can easily select for some of my clients, which is a good thing.
Okay, I appreciate it. Mm-hmm. We're going to take a break, and we'll be right back. But when we come back, we want to present a model, and I want you to describe what she have on.
Okay.
We're going to have a little fashion show coming up, and we'll be right back.
Thank you.
What does that model have on?
We have Karen today, and she's modeling a nice fall jumpsuit, and it's designs on each sleeves, and they are the puffy sleeves that you can tighten around the wrist, or either you can let it be free, loose. And also in the front of the pant, you have the same type of design that you wear with nice heels, as she's wearing today. And the color is beautiful for the fall. It have a slits of gold, black, and white, and rust. And it is for any occasion. If you're going out for dinner, or you just want to be out for the evening to a show or whatever, you're ready to go. And it's very comfortable. And one of the main things is one size fit all.
What about the shoes there?
The shoes are beautiful, some suede and gold shoes. Just right for the outfit today. If you're on your way out for an evening, she's ready.
What about the necklace? Is that something?
Yeah, that's some of my jewelry, and it's the gold and metallic jewelry. And it goes with almost any outfit, but it's perfect for that one because you have gold going in the front of the jumpsuit and on the sleeves.
And the hat?
Oh, the hat, of course. We got accessories, so we carry hats as well. So she's wearing a black hat with the black earrings today and gold.
Is that the styles now?
Oh, yes. You can be in anywhere, whether it's New York, Philadelphia, good old Macon, Georgia. We ready for you.
That's a pretty snazzy outfit, but you know, I always thought the outfits was kind of jumpsuits was kind of thin fitting, close fitting.
No, we're going for comfort. You can get the close fit, but this is a comfortable one. You can wear it loose, and you're ready for the evening without any problem.
What about them designs on the arms and the designs on the legs?
Just give it a different little touch to it, let you know that you are in with today's fashions.
Right, and
for any occasion.
Any occasion?
Yes, just
Can
go.
you step in the church with that on?
Of course you could.
Okay.
She's covered properly. Why not?
Okay, that's it's. I tell you what, it's unique.
Yeah, thank you. I think it is too. It's
Come in different
beautiful.
colors.
You can get it in other colors, yes.
Okay, that's
But
nice.
we thought we would go with this today because it is fall. And October, that's a good color for October, fall. And it's lightweight, but you can go straight on into winter. Put your jacket and keep us stepping.
Keep on stepping, huh?
Yeah, step out in style at Dot's Forget-Me-Nots.
Okay. And we're going to come right back and just show you the other outfits you have here.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Bye-bye. Okay, she's wearing a coat dress. And it's for any occasion as well. You can go to church. So she's wearing a hat where you can still wear it. She wore it casual with the other outfit. And this one you can just wear it to go to church or wherever you're going. Nice coat dress, lightweight, just right for fall. Beautiful black button-down front coat dress with a beautiful tiger print belt to match her shoes and her accessories. Beautiful gold and black accessories. And you have like the little rosettes on the sleeve of the jacket and as well going around the collar. Just beautiful, and it has pockets. Sometimes women, we like pockets as well to put our little things in. So it does have pockets. Just beautiful, just easy care. Just rinse it and let it go. You don't even have to launder that.
This is you say dress.
Coat dress.
A coat dress.
Yes.
And it looks like a coat, but
it's a dress.
But it's a dress.
It's a lightweight coat dress with pockets with the rosettes. Beautiful for any occasion.
That's pretty new in style.
Yes, unique. A lot of people wearing coat dresses. Just nice, easy to care for. Nice travel piece, We as women, sometimes we stay on the go. So something like that will be easy travel piece as well. Because it doesn't wrinkle. It's wrinkle free.
Wrinkle free.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's another unique item.
Yeah, and it would be unique for you washing, very lightweight. Yeah, wash it and drip dry and keep it moving.
Put it in the dryer.
Drip dry.
Drip dry. Okay. I said you said drip dry.
Yes.
I didn't want to put it in the dryer.
Yes.
Don't put it in the dryer.
Yeah, just a nice, lovely coat dress.
What's that around the collars?
Like a rosette, just nice little added touch to make it look nice. Very feminine, with the big collar.
Okay, that's bad, and that means good.
Yes.
Okay.
Nice, unique outfit. Well, that's what I said, Dots. You can always find unique pieces. And our store hours are Wednesday through Saturday. From Wednesday through Friday, we open at 10:30, close at 5:30. And on Saturdays, we open at 10:30 and close at 11 o'clock. And we are there by appointments if you can't make it at those times. Personal attention.
I appreciate you stopping by, and I like to say that I want you to come back when the winter fashions come in.
I'll be happy to come back, but this first Friday, we are having our anniversary, 15 years.
15 years
At Dots Forget-Me-Nots. And we're going to have a fashion show, we're going to have music, and we're going to have food and running special sales, so, and door prizes. So we're going to have a great time on Cherry Street this Friday, first Friday.
Tell me about the food.
Well, we're going to have good food, but not only this first Friday, almost every first Friday we stay open later. So if you can't catch this first Friday, hey, just catch the next one or any day during the week when we are open.
I appreciate you stopping by.
And we thank you for having us.
And bringing us an update on the fashions.
Thank you.
We'll, come on, know all about it. Come on. Farther along, we will understand why. Cheer up, my brother. Cheer up, my brother. Live in the sunshine. We'll understand it. All by and by. Sing it again. Farther along, come on. Farther along. I see you, fellas. We will know all about it. Farther along, farther along. Just give yourself a little time. You're going to understand why. So cheer up, my brother. Live in the sunshine. We'll understand. All by and by. I love this verse. Come on. Tempted and tried, we're often made to wonder. Anybody been there? Why it should be thus all the day long, while there are others and they're living all about us. They are never molested, though they seem to be in the wrong. Well, now, but Father, if you're black or white or red or yellow, we'll know all about it. Father alone, Father, we will understand. Cheer up, you better live in the sunshine. We'll understand it all by and by. Hallelujah, hallelujah.
There's a young lady. About 2 months ago, my phone rang on the second Sunday morning, about 9:30. One of the girls in my class called me. She said, Mr. Bales, I know you're probably getting ready to go to church. She said, but Cynthia has had death in her family. She said, I live across the street from her, and the police are over there now. They were fighting all night long. The neighbors could hear her mother and father fighting and screaming. So Cynthia got up this morning and went to Sunday school. And when she came back, she found her mother and her father shot to death. And from what the police have seen, they believe that her father killed her mother and then shot himself to death. She said, we're not sure. I said, well, look at baby, I got to run on to church. I said, but I'm going to Indianapolis this afternoon with my choir. I'm going to fly to meet them, and I'll be back very late tonight. I want you to tell Cynthia to call me if she can compose herself enough. When I went to Indianapolis, before the choir sang, we prayed and asked God to be with this young lady in all this tragedy. We got back in town about 2 a.m. that morning, and my phone was ringing. My brother said that some girl named Cynthia has been calling you since about 11 o'clock. And finally, when I answered the phone, she said, Mr. Vales, she said, my daddy shot my mother this morning, and then he turned the gun on himself and killed himself. And she started crying. She said, Mr. Vales, you know, I used to run around with a gang, street gang. Some girls called them Mama Black Widows. She said, after I got in gospel choir at school, every time we sing those songs, I would feel funny inside. I couldn't keep on doing the things I was doing to stay in that class. I got out of the gang and all my friends turned on me. My mother was glad because my mother had been a church-going woman all her life. You know, my daddy would drink, and when he'd get drunk, he would beat her up and curse at her and treat her so mean. But Mr. Vales, you know, since I've been saved, I've been doing everything I know how to keep what I got. You know, I'm really trying to make it. She said, but I know we're not supposed to question God. But Mr. Vales, why? My mother was a good woman. She made us go to church even when she knew my daddy was going to beat her up for taking us when she got back home. And I just wonder why. You know, my mother had to die like that. And then there are 6 of us, and I'm the oldest. And she said, nobody in the family goes to church but me and my mother. She said, I'm not questioning God. She said, but I don't know what to do right now. I said, well, I want you to pray. I know it seems hard. We're going to pray right now on the phone. I said, and tomorrow afternoon, I want you to call me. When I get in from school, she said, all right. She said, my grandmother's coming from Mobile, Alabama to take us back home with her as soon as she get my mother's body released. So I said, all right, baby. That Monday afternoon when I got home from school, she called me. She said, well, my grandmother's here and she's taking us back with her at 7 o'clock tonight. She said, my grandmother used to call my mother and tell her to leave my dad because he treated her so bad. But my mother would always tell my grandmother that if she stayed with him and prayed for him and lived the life before him, he might get saved. And she didn't want to leave him because maybe if she left him, he'd be lost forever. And now they're both gone. So I said, I'll tell you what I want you to do. I said, you're going away to Alabama. I said, when you can compose yourself, tell your grandmother it's all right. You can call me Colette. I said, everybody at school is praying for you. She said, thank you. So that Friday they had the funeral and she called me late Friday night. She said, Mr. Vales, you know, grandmother told us we couldn't go to the cemetery with Mama because she said we were all too young. And my brothers and sisters and my mother's brothers were all crying and screaming and falling out. And I just couldn't cry anymore. She said, when we walked to the front steps of the church, I saw them take Mama down the steps and put her in the hearse. One thought kept coming back to me. That song that you taught us that none of us liked. I said, what song? She said, you know the one about cheer up my brother? She said, I can't cry anymore. She said, maybe God has given me my answer. And tears began to run down my face as I stood in my living room talking to her. And the Lord spoke to me and said, you know, there are many things that happen in our lives that we don't have the answers to. We wonder why sometimes good people have to be sick and suffer a long time. We wonder why murderers can come in houses and murder sometimes the saints of God. We wonder why they can break in our houses and rob us and take what God has given us. We wonder sometimes why in our families, our unsaved loved ones give us such a hard way to go. On our jobs, we get taunted sometimes because we carry our Bibles. But you know, I believe that when Jesus comes back again, everything we don't understand, he's going to make plain to us. On that day when he shall crack the sky and come in the air for the saints of God, when the dead in Christ shall rise, every mystery, every question, every burden we've had to bear, he's going to give us the answer for it. And until he comes, he hasn't promised us that we're going to have sunshiny days all our lives. He hasn't promised we won't have to cry sometimes. He hasn't promised us that those we love the most are going to be taken from us. The religion of Jesus Christ does not even promise that although we're saved and sanctified and filled with the Holy Ghost, that somebody can't come along and take our lives. But it does promise that when troubles come, when trials come, when burdens are put upon us, we have a strength, a power that is greater to help us go through. And until it comes again, just say this with us. Cheer up. Live on in the sunshine. We'll understand it. I'm so glad. Oh, my God. Father, Lord, yes, sir. We'll know all about it. Oh, yes, we will. Thank you, Jesus. Why we have to fly sometimes? Why there's trouble in our home. We're going to understand why. Oh, yeah. But till Jesus comes, cheer up. Yeah. I love you. sunshine. Jesus is coming after us. Oh, yes, he is. We'll understand it. Oh, my, Father up the road, Father along. No, no about it. Father along.
All made to one wonder why it should be us all the day long when there are others living by us, never molested, though in the wrong. Father alone know all about it. Father alone will understand why. All right. Cheer up, my brother, living the sunshine will understand it all by and by. Father alone will know about. Do I have a witness in here? Father alone will understand why. Cheer up, my brother. Oh, living the sunshine will understand all by and by. Father alone will know all about it. Father